Good evening. My name is Maria Vasaki. I'm the Director of Communications and Community Engagement. Thank you very much for being here this evening to discuss improving the city's downtown.
Maria, you're on mute.
Thank you, Councillor Wall. Just waiting a few moments for the attendees who have registered to come on board. They have not come into the meeting yet, so I'm just going to give them a few minutes. Okay, I have 6:05, so I think we'll get started. And if others can join us in progress, that would be appreciated. So again, thank you for attending this evening and welcome to the Downtown Brantford Improvement Task Force Public Virtual Town Hall. The agenda for this evening is as follows. We'll do a quick introduction of the panel that's joining me tonight. We'll talk a little bit about the meeting format and why we're here. My colleague Marlene Miranda, General Manager of Community Services and Social Development, will speak to the mandate of the Downtown Brantford Improvement Task Force. My colleague Susan Evenden, Director of Family and Income Stability, will speak to some of the efforts of the Community Services Working Group, which is a subcommittee of the task force. My colleagues Aaron Wallace and Kevin Finney, Director of Economic Development and Tourism, will speak about the Economic and Cultural Vitality Working Group efforts. and my colleague Heidi DeVries, who is the General Manager of People Planning and Legislative Services, will talk about the Safety and Security Working Group. Also joining us this evening are Councillors Dan McCreary, who is the chair of the Downtown Brantford Improvement Task Force, and Councillor Joshua Wall, who is the co-chair of the task force. I believe we also have Mayor Kevin Davis on the panel this evening. Thank you, Mayor, for being here. So once each of my colleagues have provided an update with respect to their working groups and the status of the work that is being done at those tables, I'll moderate a feedback forum for the registration for the registrants who have registered to be part of tonight's meeting. So the public forum tonight is being held to provide the community with an opportunity to share your feedback regarding how to improve the city's downtown with members of the Downtown Brantford Improvement Task Force. All of the feedback that is being collected as part of this Let's Talk About Improving Our Downtown campaign, engagement campaign, will be collected and shared with the task force to help inform development and implementation of an action plan to address some of the current concerns and issues with respect to the city's downtown. And while we absolutely respect the community's right to voice any concerns they may have, we ask that you do that through public discourse. We also understand that you may have some questions about what specific initiatives and actions are being taken to address some of the issues that may be happening downtown. And while the city is hosting tonight's public forum and providing the resources to do so and offer that opportunity to the public, this initiative really does involve many other partners outside of the city. It involves working very closely with our community agencies and partners who are providing social services. It involves working with the business community, the neighborhood association, the Central Neighborhood Downtown Association, the Brantford BIA, as well as security organizations, including Brantford Police and the academic institutions that are also downtown. So while not all representatives who are informing the work of the task force are with us tonight, if the public does have any questions related to issues that city representatives can't answer, by all means, we will take those questions back and provide responses through the city's website. So just to ensure that the discussion that we have tonight is constructive and productive, we ask participants to use polite and respectful language and to refrain from any use of language that may be perceived as disrespectful. And to ensure that everyone who wants to speak has an opportunity to speak, please use the raise hand function and I will call on the registrants one at a time. So the reason why we're here tonight is because we're very aware that there are issues that are evident in the downtown, issues related to escalating poverty, homelessness, substance use, vandalism, social misbehaviors, and crime are all on the rise in the city's downtown, but not just in Brantford, across the province, across the country, and certainly in other parts of North America. While these issues are not new or unique to the city, they have been clearly and significantly exacerbated by hardships due to the ongoing pandemic. This too is the situation across the country. Businesses, institutions, residents, and Brantford City Council have recognized the need for immediate action to mitigate these issues in the downtown and to put in short, medium, and long-term action plans to remedy and resolve the situation as much as possible. I'll now turn it over to my colleague, Marlene Miranda, to speak about the task force's mandate.
Good evening and welcome. The task force appointed by the City of Brantford Council is a collaborative community forum in which various entities, organizations, businesses, and community partners are all coming together to share information and resources to develop an action plan to improve the health and the vitality of the downtown. Community engagement is a critical component of the mandate, so thank you for your time and your feedback this evening. There are 3 working groups that have been established to support the work to develop short, medium, and long-term strategies, as already advised by Maria. The areas of focus of these 3 working groups include safety and security, community services, and economic and cultural vitality. The final action plan for the task force will be brought forward in early 2022. Thanks, Maria.
Thanks, Marlene. Now I'll call on my colleague, Susan Evendon, to provide an update on the Community Services Working Group.
Thank you, Maria. Good evening. The Community Supports Working Group is looking at what we could do differently for people in the downtown who may need our assistance and support. And to be clear, we're not talking about people who are engaged in behaviors that might be in violation of city bylaws or criminal in nature. That's more within the scope of Safety and Security Working Group. We're talking about individuals that we might encounter who seem to be behaving in a manner that's erratic, or they look like they might be in some kind of physical or mental distress. And we might not know if they're okay or if they need assistance. And we want to make sure that the right services are being offered at the right time. So our working group includes health and service organization partners. The group has completed an inventory of the many health and social programs that are already being provided in Brantford's downtown. And we're now working through processes to understand the needs and gaps in our response system. In addition to these public consultations that are taking place right now, and we've also done a consultation with members of the working group, an important step for us will be to also obtain input from individuals with lived experience of homelessness, poverty, mental health conditions, and/or addictions. Ideas from other communities are also being collected. All of this information will form the basis of our Community Services Action Plan that will be presented back to the Brantford Downtown Task Force for consideration to be included as part of their overall action plan that Marlene spoke of earlier. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Sue. Not sure why these technical issues are happening. Sorry about that. I'll call on Kevin Finney now, Director of Economic Development and Tourism, to talk about the work of the Economic and Cultural Vitality Working Group.
Thanks, Maria. Good evening, everyone. The Economic and Cultural Vitality Working Group is made up of a collaboration of businesses, the Downtown Neighborhood Association, and the various post-secondary institutions in the downtown core. The main objective of this working group is really to enhance the vitality of the downtown by expanding businesses, tourism, arts, culture, music, entertainment, as well as community events, with the end goal of attracting more people into the core and ultimately improving the overall vibrancy. We're currently completing a comprehensive inventory of downtown initiatives and resources related to economic development, tourism, and community programming. Just yesterday, we actually met as a stakeholder group for an engagement session where short, medium, and long-term action items were identified and prioritized by the working group, which will then be integrated into the forthcoming action plan, as Marlene outlined at the start of this session.
Thanks, Kevin. Now I'll call on Heidi DeVries to speak to the work of the Safety and Security Working Group.
Thank you so much, Maria, and thank you everyone for being here today. I'm happy to be part of the Safety and Security Working Group alongside of a number of our community partners, including our universities and colleges who are in the downtown core, the Student Union, Neighborhood Association, Brantford Police Association, and of course the BIA. The purpose of our working group is to work collaboratively with safety and security partners, including the ones I've just mentioned, to implement actions to address current safety concerns of our local businesses, residents, students, and visitors. Our objective is to make recommendations to the task force on initiatives that will enhance current safety and security measures to improve individuals' perceptions of and experiences in the downtown core, specifically as they relate to behaviors that were mentioned earlier on in Maria's presentation. Our group is currently working to complete a comprehensive inventory of various safety and security resources that are currently in the downtown core, including private security guards, policing, special constables, and the like, and to look at enhancing and strengthening coordination across those agencies and organizations that have those resources in the downtown area. We're also looking into other potential avenues to advocate for improvements to our court processes, including the allocation of additional judicial resources in this region to address the court system's role in ensuring safety and security within our community. And finally, we're reviewing best practices in other similarly situated BIAs as they may relate to initiatives that enhance safety and security in the downtown area. And like our colleagues in the other working groups, we also participated in a stakeholder engagement session yesterday to envision what some short-term, medium-term, and long-term solutions in this area may look like.
Thanks very much, Heidi. I'm now going to open it up to any of the, let's see if I can stop sharing here. Okay, participants. Okay, so we had a few attendees. It seems that they have dropped off now. So we can give them a couple of minutes to come back. Let's make sure here. If you're watching from home, don't be shy. Please come back on. We had at least 6 registrants that had pre-registered to be part of tonight's meeting. And they're not in the waiting room anymore. So we'll just give them a few more minutes. And I'm just going to check to make sure that they're not having any technical issues.
think that might be an unmuted mic to break the silence for this. There we go. Mute my mic.
Okay, I'm just going to respect the panelists' time and make a call to bring the meeting to a close. I did try to correspond with the registrants and have not heard back from them. Oh, wait a second. We got some participants raising hands here. Who is that?
That'd be the mayor.
Go ahead, Mayor.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, so Maria, this forum was designed to receive the input of residents, to receive their ideas, their suggestions. And I understand that some people may be reluctant to do that in this format. So I hope you're going to end it by telling people how, I'm sure there's lots of good ideas out there, how they can pass on those good ideas to us, because the members of the task force, we've been meeting diligently, and there's lots of good ideas and suggestions coming out of the task force. But I know there's more out there that none of us have even thought of that residents might want to pass on to us to be considered. So I hope that they will do that, because it's an important task force chaired by Councillor McCreary. There's a lot we can do to help improve our downtown, but the outcome of the task force will only be good as what goes in, the input. And so please help us with that input, with your suggestions. And I hope you'll outline how people can do that in a manner that many might be more comfortable with.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Well said. Councillor Wall, did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah, I mean, Mayor Davis did say it so very eloquently, but he's absolutely right that many people might not feel comfortable coming onto a public forum and sharing their thoughts. And I do want to thank the people who did come and who listened and who are contributing online. And I hope that you will continue to do so. But I also want to add the fact that my phone is always on. My email is open. Feel free to tag me on your favorite form of social media. It's paramount that your voice is heard in this. We have some of the most brilliant minds in the entire region working on this, and our goal is to put everybody together and have something amazing come out on the other side. And then finally, I want to thank the staff that took the time to be here. They're not only here because they're staff, they're here because they have a vested interest in making this community a better place too. This is their home as well. And thank you to our incredible staff for being here, as well as my colleagues. And Maria, thank you for facilitating it. You're amazing.
Thank you, Councillor. And just to echo your and the Mayor's comments, this is a difficult topic that could be very sensitive for people. And I do think that in many respects, people do prefer to provide their feedback in a setting that is not as public or as formal. And we certainly understand that, but did absolutely want to provide this opportunity for people who wanted to share their input this way. I see Councillor McCreary also wanted to make some comments.
Maria, thank you very much. And thank you for your hard work, especially in putting this together. It's a shame that we didn't get more productive input than we've seen this afternoon and this evening, but we're not finished yet. Perhaps we can have a chat tomorrow about some other ways that we can reach out to the community. And Maria, I think you're absolutely right that there may be a lot of people that are uncomfortable with the technology or uncomfortable with the fact that what they say here is going to live on forever on the internet. So maybe there's another way to engage that we can think of tomorrow, and perhaps get a few more comments from the community, because it's, that's what we do. It's about the people that live here, not necessarily about us. And that's where a lot of good ideas come from. Councillor Martin and I, in particular, rely on our constituents to provide us with some of the ideas that we bring to council. So again, as has been said, thank you to staff for all the hard work so far. Lots more to come. And, it's as I said, it's a shame we don't have quite the input we'd hoped for tonight, but we can only do what we can do, folks. And we'll forge ahead, and we're going to come out of this with some pretty good plans for our downtown community, and hopefully by next year we're going to have some of this stuff implemented and see some visible improvements down there. So again, thanks to everybody.
Thank you, Councillor. And if anybody does want to provide input, please go to letstalkbrantford.ca, where you'll see the downtown improvement project on the landing page. Please participate by completing the survey or by joining the forum or asking any questions that you may have. And if you don't feel comfortable doing the survey, or if you'd rather provide your input via email, please contact communications@brantford.ca. And absolutely, your input will be captured and collected as part of the analysis throughout the campaign. And the Let's Talk Brantford Downtown Improvement Task Force campaign runs until the end of this month. So please reach out and let us hear from you. We really value your input. Thank you very much. Thank you, panelists, for being here tonight.
Good night.
Thank you.